Monday, July 31st. So last day of the month. Love it when it kind of lands on a Monday. Just because you can, build momentum going into the next month. So August 1st. That's kind of how I track all my numbers is, by the month. So I do like by the week and then by the month. I don't really do it daily unless I'm like really trying to accomplish a goal really fast, and I'll just make sure, every day I'm running my numbers and stuff. So, but I love it when it falls on a Monday. It's just, I don't know, something about it mentally. The 31st. So we still got a little bit of time left for the rest of the month here. And I wanted to talk about real quick, this might be a pretty quick huddle, but I want to talk about tonality, building a need. I mean, as we're getting more and more dials in, more and more talk time, starting to like listen to some of your guys' call and stuff like that. So I do want to role play a couple of scenarios, but everything you see with me is what you get. Everything that you hear is just stuff that I picked up along the way in telesales, right? Like I don't sugarcoat stuff, I cuss and stuff like that. So if obviously if you guys have any suggestions or anything like that, I'm just always going to keep this an open forum. So just be real with me. I'm not like a W-2 employee or nothing like that. So if I do like call you and like we role play, just know that I'm always trying to sharpen the iron, right? Like iron sharpens iron. So if we role play, don't feel like any kind of way if I'm like, hey, do this instead, right? I'm just trying to like shorten your guys' learning curve, and nothing that you do is wrong as long as you're working. Like, just know that as long as you guys are like showing up every single day, that's what it takes, because you'll get better at your own pace. Everybody, you'll get better at their own pace, right? But you can't get better if you don't make the dials. One thing I will say with James is he has great tonality and he conveys confidence on the other end of the line, right? And so I want to shift gears real quick into pitching on price versus pitching on need, right? And I had a conversation with an agent last week. And that agent knows who they are, but I will tell you, everybody is pitching on price when they don't have the confidence or building a need, right? When you're listening to your person, they're like, just give me a quote, right? Just give me the price. And you feel like, oh, you know what? Maybe I should just like skip these 2 paragraphs in the script. And then you just jump right into the quotes and start underwriting it. And that's why you'll see people with a lot of talk time and not much results, because what we're selling is not a price product. Remember that. If you sell somebody on the lowest price, they're going to see that $9.95 on TV and go, well, dude, mine's $25 a month. Let me just call this commercial and get it for $9.95. And they will get it replaced. How do we stop that though? Right? You nip that in the bud very early on in the call by your opening presentation and establishing control. Okay. Eric Shirk used to call this alpha call control. I don't care about the terminology. I think the more complex you make shit, the more you like unveil ignorance, honestly. Like the more complicating your shit is, like the more you don't understand it. It's the simple things that are going to make you successful. I had a post the other day on IG, right? The same dials, the same 150, the same 3 miles I run every day, the same wake up time, the same meals, and it's consistently doing the same stuff over and over and over again. Most of our challenges are just going to be doing the same stuff. Like most of our challenges isn't adding things new. Most of our challenges are just doing the things that are going to make us successful, like making the dials every day, right? Taking the right amount of leads, having the right amount of talk time every single day. That's where the challenge comes in, but doing it every single day, right? So what I'm going to talk about in this real quick, we're going to role play some of this. I want to talk about tonality, establishing control very early on in the conversation, because when you have a lead who answers the phone, right now is the best time for you to sell them a policy. When they pick the phone up, they're ready to engage in a conversation. If you're not ready to talk, right, you're not going to answer the phone. I mean, I don't know, maybe someone could be waiting for maybe like a home repair guy to come and they're like, oh yeah, I'm just waiting by my phone for this. But 9 times out of 10 guys, they're just answering the phone because they don't have anything to do, or maybe they don't know who's calling. They want to figure out who's calling. Whatever the case is, they're in a position to talk, and that's why they answer the phone. So as soon as they say hello, there's a sale being made. Either you're going to sell them that you're the right agent who's going to help them and address all their concerns, or they're going to sell you on the fact that they didn't have time, they didn't request information, they just want it mailed, they just want a quote, right? So as soon as you answer the phone, it's very important to establish control, and you do that with tonality. So James, I'm going to pick on you for a second because I know you have really good tonality when you dial outbound, and you're doing outbound and inbound, correct, James?
Yeah, I still have some of the outbounds left in the queue that I just keep calling until I get someone on the phone.
Okay, got it. And so the way that when you do your outbound, you're following the script with digital, right? Or do you have like your own script you're using?
Yeah, no, I just kind of I definitely always start out with the script, but sometimes it kind of makes its way elsewhere. With I try to keep it at least hit on the points that are in the script.
100%. So let's role play it real quick. I just want the introduction. There's no right or wrong way to do it, right? We're putting our egos aside and we're just going to learn, everybody on the call. I'm not the best, right? I mean, I just do everything the same way every single time. So James, I'll be the customer, and I just want you to answer it with the same level of enthusiasm you always had, and just like intro the call as my agent, right? So I'm going to pick up the phone. Hello. Do you need a second to grab your script, or do you have it right there in front of you?
No, I should be all right.
Okay. All right. Boom. Hello.
Hi, Anthony.
Yes.
Hey, James Stein over here at Your Best Quotes. How you doing today?
Doing pretty good.
Good. Glad to hear that. Yeah, I was reaching out to you. You had showed some interest in some life insurance quotes. Looks like last week. I've been trying to get a hold of you. I left you a few messages. Do you have a few seconds to talk?
Yeah. How long is it going to take?
As long as you need it to take. Usually these calls take maybe 10-15 minutes, but based on any questions you might have, take a little bit longer.
Okay, sure. Now I'll stop you right there. I mean, his tonality was there. What I want to say is that he's assuming the sale out the gate. So James, even though information comes through on these lead records, right? Hold on, let me move my microphone. Can you guys hear me or no?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like I'm breaking my neck looking at you over there. So what I want to say is that you're not necessarily like validating the fact that I submitted a lead, right? Like you're not like, well, it looks like you're looking at, $25,000 in coverage and your favorite color is blue. Like you're just assuming that I made the request, correct?
Yeah.
So when would you use like that information on the lead sheet? Let's see if let's do that role play again real quick. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, hello.
Hi, Anthony.
Yes.
Hey, James Stein over at Your Best Quotes. How you doing this morning?
Doing good, James. Where are you from?
My agency is Your Best Quotes. I'm an independent life insurance broker.
Okay. So we'll role play it now on my side. You'll be the customer and then I'll just be the agent. Okay. So coming into you hot. Hey, James.
Hi.
Hey, it's Anthony over here with getting back to you with the final expense plans. How are you doing today?
Pretty good. Yourself?
I'm doing great, man. Thanks for asking. It looks like you're a resident in the state of Texas.
Yes.
Well, I'm a licensed agent in the state of Texas. I'd be happy to go over some options with you. Now, real quick, buck me on like who are you? Where are you calling from? Do that to me real quick, okay? Hey, James.
Yeah. Who is this?
Hey, James, it's Anthony. Just getting back to you with the final expense plans. How are you doing today?
Getting back to me. I don't think we talked before, did we?
No, you're totally right, man. And I'm sorry. That's on me. It took so long to get back to you. You actually filled out a form online. I'm showing that you requested some information on one of the life insurance quotes. So that's what I'm getting back to you for about today. It looks like you're in the state of Texas. Is that right?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, perfect. So real quick, guys, you're just going to use that like little piece of information. And there's like 4 or 5 different pieces of information that you can use as a tool, right? So if we were to run that back, hey, James.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Anthony. Just getting back to you with the final expense plans. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good, Anthony. Do I know you?
Not yet, man. But I'm actually just getting back to you with the final expense plans. It looks like you filled a quote out online or maybe looking at some life insurance options. And I have here your favorite hobby is XYZ. Do you remember?
Oh, yeah, maybe. I talked to a lot of people.
Gotcha. Yeah. So I might be a little late, man. I apologize. That's on me. And I have here that you're in a state of Texas. Is that right?
Yeah.
So see, guys, all I'm doing is I'm not verifying like stuff and then waiting for permission. You're gonna just acknowledge that, and then you're gonna use a little piece of that information, like, hey, that's on me. I'm sorry it took so long to get back to you. I have your favorite colors blue. I have your favorite hobbies playing on the phone, right? I have whatever you have. I have you're a resident in the state of Texas. Is that right? And then boom, you're back into the script. But when you leave it up, you're leaving Discord for tension. Does that make sense? Because then it becomes like a ping pong game. It becomes like, well, I go this way. And then they're just like, well, I'm going to go this way. And you're like, well, this way's better. And they're like, no, this way's better. So you have to establish control. And instead of like telling them this way's better, you're going to show them which way they're going to go. So kind of hold their hand, right? And drive them in the passenger seat, because you guys are the experts, right? And then we're not going to use information to see if they're interested. We know they're interested. Is everybody with me on that? Like, they're interested in these plans, even if they tell you they're not. Like, we don't just pull their information out of thin air. Like, they actually go online and fill out, web quotes. Same with the TV call-ins, right? No one's going to call in and say, well, I'm not interested, right? So I want to role play kind of like the whenever you're building the need versus the price really quick, because this is very important. And when someone tells you, especially with a TV call-in, I know a lot of you guys are going into call-ins. When someone tells you, just give me the price, right? We're going to get there. Like, I want you guys to be thinking this in your head. Like, that's why you're calling in. We're going to get there. Like, you're going to get the price, but I have to be able to do my job to see if I could even help you out. Right. Because I could sell you the cheapest thing. And I'm not like rebuttaling right now, but it kind of sounds like a rebuttal. I mean, this is something you can tell your clients too. Like, my job's not to sell you the cheapest thing. I don't even know if I could help you out. Not everybody qualifies for these plans. So let me ask you a couple of quick questions real quick and see if we can't help you out. Now, is it going to be a casket or a cremation, right? So now then you jump back into rapport. That's how you get them away from prices, by asking the right questions, right?
I adopted a formula, 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 formula. I adopted a formula.